Have you ever stopped something? Not because you failed, but because you felt tired, bored, or unsure. Think about it. A new habit. A goal. Maybe learning English. You didn't quit on the first day. You tried. But one day, something inside you said, "This is too slow." Or, "I'm not good at this." Or, maybe later. And slowly, you stopped. Most people don't quit because they are weak. They quit because progress feels quiet. Invisible. Too slow to notice. Today, I want to tell you a simple story. Not about success. Not about failure. But about what happens right before most people quit. As you listen, relax. There is nothing to memorize. Just listen, and notice what feels familiar. Let me tell you about a man named Daniel. Daniel was not special. He was not rich. He was not confident. He was just normal. Daniel decided to learn English at 32. He had a job. Bills to pay. A busy mind. At first, he was excited. He watched videos. He listened to podcasts. He repeated simple sentences. For the first 2 weeks, he felt good. Then something changed. One morning, he listened to English and understood nothing. The words felt fast. The sentences felt long. His brain felt heavy. He paused the video. He sighed. And he thought, "Why am I even doing this?" Think about this for a moment. Have you felt this before? Daniel didn't stop that day. But something became weaker. Not his ability. His belief. He still studied. But with less energy. Less patience. And one evening, after a long day, he chose something easier. Not English. Something comfortable. That choice felt small. But small choices repeat. Pause for a second. What do you usually do when something feels uncomfortable but important? Do you stay? Or do you slowly step away? Daniel told himself a story. "I'll come back tomorrow. I'm too tired today. I need motivation." But tomorrow came. And the same feeling returned. Slow progress feels like no progress. That's the problem. Most people quit here. Not at the beginning. Not at the end. In the middle. The middle is quiet. No excitement. No reward. Just repetition. Just effort. Daniel believed something was wrong with him. But nothing was wrong. He didn't understand one simple truth. Growth is often silent. When you learn English, your brain is changing quietly. You don't feel it. You don't see it. But it is happening. Think about walking. When you walk every day, do you feel stronger each step? No. But stop walking for a month. And your body remembers. Learning works the same way. Daniel expected feeling better to come first. But action comes first. Feeling comes later. This misunderstanding makes people quit. Let me ask you something gently. Are you waiting to feel confident before you continue? Or are you willing to continue without confidence? Think about this. One day, Daniel met an old friend. They talked about life, work, time passing. The friend spoke simple English. Not perfect, but calm. Daniel asked, "How did you learn?" The friend smiled and said, "I didn't stop. That was all. No secret. No trick. I felt stupid many times," the friend continued. "I understood nothing many days. But I kept listening." That sentence stayed with Daniel. I didn't stop. Most people think quitting is a big decision. It's not. Quitting is a series of small pauses that never restart. Daniel realized something important. He wasn't bad at English. He was just early. Early always feels uncomfortable. Early feels confusing. Early feels lonely. But early is where growth lives. This is true for many things. Learning a language. Building a habit. Changing your life. The early stage is boring. The middle stage is painful. The later stage looks easy. But only because others didn't see the struggle. Daniel didn't need more motivation. He needed patience with himself. So he made one small change. He didn't study more. He studied slower. He listened without pressure. Without stopping every sentence. Without judging himself. And something interesting happened. Not fast. Not suddenly. But quietly. He started catching words. Not all. Just a few. Then sentences. Then ideas. Think about your own journey. What if you are not failing? What if you are simply in the quiet part? That most people never pass? Daniel was still not fluent. Not confident. But he stopped quitting. And that changed everything. What happened next was not dramatic. But it was powerful. Welcome back. Before we continue, take a breath. You don't need to rush. This story is not going anywhere. Let's return to Daniel. Daniel kept listening. Some days were good. Some days were heavy. But he made a quiet promise. I will not decide today that this is impossible. That was it. No big goals. No pressure. Just, not quitting today. Weeks passed. Daniel didn't notice the change at first. Then one day, something small happened. At work, he heard English in the background. A conversation. A short sentence. And his brain understood it. Without effort. He froze. Not because it was perfect. But because it was natural. This moment didn't feel exciting. It felt calm. That's how real progress feels. Most people expect learning to feel exciting. But learning often feels normal. after it works. That's why people miss it. They quit before they reach the quiet reward. Daniel learned something important. Progress doesn't ask for your opinion. It happens when you show up. Even tired. Even bored. Even unsure. You don't need confidence. Confidence grows from repetition. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't feel motivated. You don't feel inspired. You just do it. And because you do it, results appear over time. Language learning works the same way. The problem is not difficulty. The problem is expectation. Ask yourself quietly, am I quitting because this is hard? Or because I expected it to be easy? Am I judging today's effort instead of trusting time? Daniel didn't become special. He didn't become perfect. But he became consistent. And consistency changed his relationship with English. English stopped feeling like an enemy. It became a background sound. A daily presence. Something familiar. Most people quit too early. Because they confuse silence with failure. But silence is often growth. If you are still listening, that already means something. You didn't quit today. And sometimes, that is enough. When you finish this video, don't promise big changes. Just stay. Listen again another day. Let the story sit with you. Progress doesn't need noise. It needs time. And you are allowed to take it slowly.